Hey y'all! So I just got off work and my glasses haven't even changed from the sun yet. And I haven't smoked yet, but you know, I smoked before I went to work at like 5 a.m. and then I worked all day and I didn't get off till 2:30. It was like 6 to 2:30 I worked today. And man, I can't wait to burn down right now. I'm not even lying. Like I absolutely want to get baked. Like don't even care about thinking I'm not doing enough and all that shit. Like I work hard every day at that job. Uh, and I found out today, which I wasn't sure. I wish my glasses would go to normal. I found out today that I am eligible for all jobs at this restaurant. And it might just be because of the franchise corporation that owns the restaurant, but that there's no management position that's out of that's above the ceiling for me. Like I've been turned down from working for places that have worse reputation than this restaurant. I have had jobs that would tell me I couldn't get another job because of the record that I had. My record is so old. Like it's over a decade old since the last time I actually did anything that's like, or got caught or got accused of anything that's even like, that matters at all in the realm of like felonies and trouble and shit like that. It's been over a decade. But still there's a lot of companies that won't touch me. And when I was doing some of my training on the computer, I found out that there's nothing I'm not eligible for in this corporation, which for somebody like me, that gives hope, because my whole life I've been believing what I've been told by people about how I fucked my life up, how I did this, how I can't do that, how the opportunities that other people have I'll never have now because of my record. And those statements are extremely true in general. Generally, those are extremely true statements. And I've believed and bought into a lot of them, and I've been turned down for so many employment opportunities that I think it would be a cakewalk for me. They fall into my realm of capabilities extremely well. And the problem, though, is I always had it in my mind I wasn't going to be at this place for very long, because there's a ceiling I can't get by. Sort of like when I was working at Waffle House and the manager of my Waffle House was telling me there's no chance you could ever manage a Waffle House as the manager of the whole store. Like, it's just not possible. And I would ask why, and he would say, because you have a record. They won't put anybody in that position that has a record. Which, you're going to lose out on a lot of really, really good individuals that would be really great employees based off of that. And for the demographic of how many people are being arrested nowadays and for what they're being charged and how easy it is to convict somebody as opposed to how difficult it is to prove your innocence, I mean, these are not the top paying jobs. They're the lowest paying jobs. Even for the higher ups, they're the lowest paying jobs that you can really get in the business world. It's silly to me that you would not let somebody work because they used to sell pot on the streets when they were younger, or they got caught selling acid, or even fucking crack or coke or meth or whatever. Like, it just seems crazy to me that somebody that was trying to have a business of their own, you couldn't see would be a good employee for a business that's selling and buying things. Like, it seems obvious to me that people that are trying to do that generally have some sort of a business mind. Some of them. Anyways, today wasn't a bad day at work. Today was all right, but I really feel like I'm getting played by this woman there, man. I really feel like she absolutely does her best to be friendly enough, but undermine and underhandedly submarine me as much as she possibly can. It's sort of been like that since I got there. And I made this post on social media a while ago is because she wants to fuck me, and that's a fact. That's not even a joke. It's just true. One of the other managers that doesn't work there anymore pretty much told me about the relationship he has been having with her and the problems he had with her before they started that relationship. And all that tells me is that my first instincts were right. there's no chance I'm ever going to have anything to do with this person on that level. I would not go out with them. I would not plan on dating them in any way, shape, or form. They're fine on attractiveness. Like, as like a random person to sleep with, I would have no problem sleeping with a person that looks exactly like that. It's not the looks, you know what I'm saying? But everything else, man, oil and water, you know what I mean? Like, just can't go along to get along, can't work as a team when it's really easy to understand how to work as a team when everybody knows what's going on. So hopefully the drama on that end is going to slow down and stop, because when you're working inside of a restaurant of this kind, you have so much other drama that's going to come from crew members and from other employees. And I mean, you're always hiring people that are addicted on drugs, or people that are in bad situations, or people that are lying about the situations they have and always telling stories to get out, to leave, to do whatever the hell it is they're doing. And we've been dealing with somebody that came in to be management, that's being trained to be management. And I mean, this person is just falling flat. And it's not that they can't do the job. It's that they can't get out of their own way. They can't stop setting up weird circumstances that they need to leave work for and stuff like that. It's always junkie stunt stuff, man. And to regular employees, we see this coming a mile away. We can smell it on them the moment they start telling these stories. And the people that work, you know, it's like, yeah, here we go again. And then, you know, the respect factor goes down and down and down. And I'm already getting a reputation at this place. I'm willing to do more than most people. I have standards that are better than most people. Everybody else, for the most part, is willing to go along, get along, and I'm a bit of a pain in the ass, and I want things what I consider right or good enough. And my first Mining America trip around the country feeds into all of this and this work and why I work the way I do there. And that has to do with, I got food poison like 7 or 8 times in like 6 months on the road that time. And one of those times I was at the rest area right outside of Virgin Valley, and there's no running water. Like, I mean, there's a commode that goes into a hole, but there's not like any water to like wash yourself or drink or wash anything with. And, you know, having food poisoning so bad it's coming out both ends, and the only water you have is in a gallon jug to both drink and wash yourself with is a horrible, horrible circumstance. It really, really is. And those situations of being food poisoned on the road by Kentucky Fried Chicken, by McDonald's, by Taco Bell. I mean, I got food poisoned by everybody in that first trip. And it really gave me a need to not have that sort of food coming out of a place that I'm working at. I don't care. Like, I've had conversations with my manager. I've gone to work at other stores, and I've quit working in other stores and went back to this other store because I'm not willing to work for people whose standards are so far below mine. Like, you either need to let me bring the standards up closer to my level and get out of my way and let me do my thing, or I'm not going to work for you. I'm not going to have my face smiling, talking to people, and handing out food I don't believe in, that I think is going to make people sick, or if there's any chance of it. If there's any chance of it, I'm not okay with it. You know, my ethics are too high for that. Even in this circumstance, they're just too high for that. So that's today, and this is longer than I expected it to be, but I'm going to get to the main point I probably should have made about this. I got 2 days off in a row. I had to do the truck today by myself, which is a back-breaking pain-in-the-ass experience. And then when I go back to work on Thursday, I'm going to be doing the truck again by myself, another back-breaking. But I have Tuesday and Wednesday off. And I'm telling you right now, man, I just put a thing up about I want to slow down drinking. I want to drink. That's the first thing I want to do. I'm like, well, it's Tuesday. You know, I got nothing to do for 2 days. I wish I could see at least one of my kids, but that's not going to happen. I'd really like to see my oldest son before he goes off to college, but that's not going to happen. Nothing I want is going to happen, but, man, I do. I just want to drink some alcohol, have a little bit of fun, unwind, woohoo. Because I mean, I'm usually by myself in here, and I play some video games, and I drink, and I go to sleep early, and I get up early, and then I do some stuff around the house, and typically I'll start drinking again if I got nothing to do. It does keep me from producing actual informational videos. Informational videos feel like a ton of fucking work. They do, man. I put in a ton of work into them, and I know that for them to pick up, I need to put in a ton of work and keep putting in the work. I mean, I don't officially have a drinking problem. But I want to get inebriated. To drink or not to drink? That is the question. Single man alone in a home by himself. That part sucks. Nobody to date. That part sucks. How do I meet somebody? Drinking. How do you have a lot of fun conversations? How do you walk up and try to have interactions with people just out of the blue and then deal with the issues that you cause by just walking up and trying to have interactions with people, or the disses that you get, or the push-offs, or the looks, or or, you know, how do you deal with that? Alcohol is the easiest way. It really is. It's the easiest way to just do what you want and deal with the repercussions as they come. That's alcohol for you. I could really use some female interaction. I really need to go and find a woman to hang out with that's not my ex. Me and that person need to stay the fuck away from each other. We really, really do. But it's so easy when the sex is so good. I mean, that's the shittiest part. When you have a horrible fucking relationship, but the sex is just amazing. That's the worst part. It is. I love y'all for watching. Stick around on this channel for more of the daily what the hell evers.